We apologize for the glitch, technical issues. Well, you just saw the flag bearers here address the youth at the Youth Connect Town Hall meeting in Subin. You saw the excitement that people had. But let's go straight to my colleague Samuel, who is definitely on the ground. Hello, Samuel. What can you report from the Youth Connect Town Hall meeting?
Hello, Epiphania. I want to first say that the euphoria and the crowd that we have witnessed today in Kumasi is not like other. If you compare it to the other 15 regions that the vice president and flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party has toured, even in his hometown Wali, where he visited Nalegu as the regional capital, the crowd was not as loud and was not as cheerful as what we saw today in Kumasi. In Kumasi, he came with all the dignitaries of the party, the people who contested him during the presidential primaries for the Npp were in the presence. Kennedy Ajapon was in presence. Governor Ajapon is in presence. A lot of the dignitaries, and for the first time also, the vice president came to the Youth Connect meeting with the youth with his wife, Samira Bawumia. This has never happened, and because of what Ashanti region represents for the New Patriotic Party, he brought all the people that he could, and they brought the fun, they brought the energy, and Kumasi and the people of the Ashanti region has received the vice president very well, as well as some singers and artists were also here to perform. We saw Guru, who is also contesting for the SRC president at the University of Ghana. He performed here. We saw Sister here also performed as well. So a lot of things has happened here. The vice president, as you mentioned, has finished his engagement with the youth in Kumasi, but the center is still packed. Nobody has moved a feet because they are still enjoying themselves. They are introducing all the parliamentary candidates and MPs within the region, and the fans are so cheering them up. So it tells you what the euphoria is like within the Ashanti region. Like you mentioned, the rain wanted to disturb things a bit. It started to rain, and there was fear that it would chase the people away, but the resilience of the supporters in Kumasi, they were so resilient that nobody moved even when it started raining, and it ended within a short period of time. And as mentioned, it disrupted our technical, it brought a technical challenge. That is why the transmission went off a bit. But the crowd did not move at all when even it started raining. They were still cheering the vice president up and listening to his message that he had for them.
Thank you so much, Samuel. Now, when you said that, I mean, looking at the crowd, and this is the first time for all the youth connects that you've attended, this is actually the very first one that it's more like for you, it's unprecedented. Are you talking about the number? I mean, the number of people that have actually come there. Are you talking about how they received him, the excitement or not? Because you actually made a key mention of when he actually went to Nalerigu. So if you look at both places, I mean, from where he comes from, and then also looking at the Ashanti region, which happens to be their major stronghold, are you just talking about the numbers of the youth that have actually come there to listen to him, or are you just mentioning the fact that even if the number there was not up to what came at Nalerigu, I mean, the excitement or the joy with which they actually received what he had for them is way more than what he had when he was actually in the northern part of the country?
I think it's a full package here in Kumasi because the numbers are large. I think that the numbers are more than any number that the vice president has received in any other region. Because if you come here, this is Subin, where this is the Jubilee Park here in Subin, and everywhere is full. The seats are full. People are standing, and the stands where the people can occupy, they have occupied everywhere. So the numbers is there, and beside the numbers, the jubilations, the excitement, the euphoria that people brings on board, the shouting. If you look at the noise that they make to every single word that the vice president put out there, and even what the announcers are doing, the youth organizer who's leading the program, and the national youth organizers leading the program. And if you look at everything that he says, the crowd cheers him up as if they are so happy to hear everything that comes out from them. So it is not just about the numbers, but it is also about the energy with which the supporters have received the vice president here. And as I mentioned, he also came with a lot of the dignitaries, people that we didn't see in other regions are here. We saw in presence also is the Minister for Energy, Matthew Opoku-Prempeh, who is here. We have others, the ministers, former minister of the gender minister is also here. Sarah Adwasafo is here. A lot of them. Kennedy Adeporn is here. Kobna Adeporn is here. The general secretary of the party, the national organizer of the party, almost all the executives are here. Even the chairman of the party, Stephen Intim, is also in presence. So it is a whole lot of things. The package is huge here in Kumasi, and the supporters, like I mentioned, none of them has moved a bit. At other locations, when the vice president finished making his speech or giving his speech and drops the mic, you see people moving away and turning their back to find a car or pick something and go home. But it is not the situation here. When the vice president finished talking, he brought on Kennedy Adeporn and Kobna Adeporn onto the stage, introduced them, and went. And when they left the stage, people were still waiting to see what is the next line of action. And the organizers has to bring artists and other people to keep on cheering the crowd. I'm not sure it's going to be anything that will close now. The cheering will continue to maybe in the night.
Well, now you actually made mention of the fact that he brought on stage his former contenders. When he brought them on stage and actually mentioned the unity that still stood among them in the party, I mean, we could see that he held hands together. They all held hands, and actually they all lifted their hands together to show that they are united, even though they were all his former contenders. What was the reaction of the crowd? I mean, how did they see this when they actually stepped off the stage?
Yeah, I think the crowd was very excited about it. There were concerns that when Kennedy lost the presidential primaries, he wasn't going to give his back into Dr. Bawumia. Even though at the declaration event which he attended, which happened in Accra, when Bawumia was declared winner of the primaries, he agreed and accepted the result and said that he would support the vice president in his campaign. But since then, we have not seen him make any public proclamation. We have not seen him make any public appearance in support of the vice president from the other 15 regions. But today, when he appeared on the stage, it was loud cheers to receive him, because it is the first time we are seeing him do such a thing. And this goes to talk about the unity that the party is trying to build, trying to bring on board all the other contenders in the primaries to fight a united, what do you call it, to fight a united fight, because the December 7th election is not going to be a child's play. And I know that the NPP understands that, because they are in power, and because of the current situation that they are facing in power, they need to double up every step of the way to be able to match up what the opposition will bring on board. And I think that the demonstration that was made here by the vice president, bringing on board all the other people, all the other contenders, was a very good one to start with for the party. And if they build on it, it will help them in the December 7th election.
Thank you so much, Samuel. I mean, we can tell that the support that, I mean, the MP for Assin Central has actually thrown behind the flag bearer is literally going to push a lot. But if you, like you've mentioned, they're fighting for unity. They're actually portraying that the party is unified. What impact do you think this is going to have come December 7th? And currently looking at, like you mentioned, the excitement, the joy on the people. Now, this was done just in the Ashanti region. And take note, this is not the only region that the party seeks to win. I mean, as much as they want to win 80% of the votes in the Ashanti region, I mean, there are 15 other regions that also need to vote come December 7th. So, I mean, if it's done in the Ashanti region and it's actually sent a message, is it because this is the home turf, that's why there was the need for them to bring all his former contenders, I mean, on stage to prove that they're united?
I think this is the climax of his first tour. I've seen the party members say that after this tour, there will be the VIP announcement, the running mate announcement, there will be manifesto launch, then they will go to the constituency by constituency tour. So, and this is the first regional tour, and he's climaxing it. what other occasion do you need to show unity? This was the perfect opportunity for the New Patriotic Party and the Vice President to show that they are united front in for the upcoming election, and I'm sure that he well demonstrated that. But if you look at what the other candidate brings on board, we know the length and breadth of what Kennedy can bring to the New Patriotic Party. From when he joined the party, even from 2000, when the president, former President Kufuor won the elections, from 2000 to 2004 up to now, Kennedy has been a key figure in the New Patriotic Party. And for him to say that I am supporting Bawumia for this 2024 election is a big mention for the New Patriotic Party. It's a big endorsement, and he put a lot of the numbers. If you look at the figures that he got about 36% in the presidential primaries. It should tell you that he has a large chunk of that. The grassroots supporting him. So when he endorses the presidential candidates for the party, he brings those numbers on board, and especially in his region, in the central region. The central region is key because from since 2000, any party that has won in the central region wins the election. So if Kennedy is supporting Bawumia and is able to campaign in his region, which is a very dynamic region, if he's able to campaign well and support the vice president well, and they're able to win the central region, it's a done deal for them. So the support that Kennedy is bringing on the huge one. Leverage on it and leverage well. The central region will be a very key factor for the New Patriotic Party, as well as the Ashanti region, as we are witnessing. Ashanti has shown that they will always be there for the New Patriotic Party. The numbers and everything shows. The figures that they have chunked out of this regional tour is showing. But what about the other regions? The central region, the greater Accra region, the eastern, the western regions, and the Bono and the Bono East regions. And I'm sure that these other contenders, Kennedy Japan, the former Agri Minister, Efri Akoto, and Japan, all these people brings the support from the other regions. And when you have this support coming in at this moment, it is very good for you. It is a fertile ground to build your campaign on and canvas your support for the 2024 elections.
Thank you so much, Samuel, for the time. Thank you so much. Well, as you can see on your screens, I mean, they actually joined together in unison to engage in the dance. You could tell the excitement of the crowd seeing, I mean, all these key figures in the party, I mean, dancing in unison and excitement. You know, they held hands and then they show that there is indeed unity in the party. You're still watching ABC News Ghana. This has been the coverage of the campaign tour of the flag bearer of the really new patriotic party. And this is his 3-day campaign tour in the Ashanti region. Today happens to be his 2nd day. Now, earlier today, he actually met with the Ashanti Regional Farmers and Herbal Medicine Association at the True Vine Hotel. Let's take a look again at that video.
Ghana for the Passover, the Bentopa, it's more than you enter for my manual seminars.
Mude me betna akuni akasi aluso na mabeyo bampenyi ewa Ghana na mude metna sa akuni aluswa me babe mamo punto ewa swami magazine ha yebeye ejuma na mo ejuma no so ayemere me change import duty regime no ewa port num Udi container bar duty no was so to do. Me bar me besa duty system no. Udi container of spare parts bar yeah the duty no in cities flat rate for 40 footer, flat rate for 20 footer container. Ghana duty no so endorsing China Togo duty. Ghana on imports. Eti yeyane sana na mpunto bamo ejumano we TVET nsana ejumani nyina yebe investi in TVET na mo akosua mechanics ne ade na mo abeboa mo ho so ame magazine eti mo yere mo ho na mo time echi na memba astiano aisha mensa na me chikano na nyina yanko the next president. So the magazine and now the key and I am
dear papa. Ina Yankupon Islam. Dear Yankupayano, Asu Maye, papa. Vice President, Wababa Woye. Oko, Tachimayano, Yamanisia. Sasiano, Naki Kaho. Yadia Kino, Amano, Kino, Enye. Kina Ode Kotna, Akonya Kasiano Sono, Yang Zone 30 magazine, Yadikina man. And no orders Bakekano, Akonanim. Say Vice President Yabahaya, Obabaya President. Yes, Rena Nidiamu, Yasa Asia Yatisui.
Jogun.
Our president, our incoming president. That's a white.
Well, the footage you just saw was him as he actually was moving through the central market in Kumasi. You could tell the crowd that were following him, the excitement, the joy. I mean, people were ready to receive his messages. Basically, it was like hope that he had brought to them. And also, you saw the video where he went to Swami Magazine to go and talk to the people over there. So basically, these are the things, the groups he met earlier today. Let's take a look at some of the key campaign messages since he entered the Ashanti region yesterday. Well, on school management, we have, I mean, this was when he met with the clergy yesterday at 10th June 2024. This was just yesterday at the Ashanti region. He was meeting with the clergy. And on school management, he said, we have to find a way to get the churches to manage our schools. The churches have the capacity to manage our schools. There's a lot of indiscipline in our schools, but I believe if we collaborate with the churches, we can find a good way to manage our schools. So this was his meeting with the clergy just yesterday. Also, under the same meeting, he mentioned that we will not accept LGBTQ plus activities. Our religion does not accept it. Our values does not accept it. We'll stand firm no matter the consequences. We'll take the consequences. We'll defend our values. Don't forget this, basically he is referring to the financial implications of we not legalizing or accepting LGBTQ plus activities here. Also, in the same meeting with the clergy yesterday, he said in the fight against corruption, we have a platform called Ghana.gov. We've migrated all public institutions, MMDAs. So far, we have 1,517 MMDAs. So far, we've been able to onboard 1,507. So we're only left with 10 to complete the process. If you want any service, visit the platform Ghana.gov. So you don't have to pay bribes for any service. We have 99% of MMDAs on it. And on the December 7th election date, I mean, this was also a meeting with the clergy. He said, we're going to have to face this issue. We have to talk to the EC. But I believe the next parliament will have to file a motion to urge the EC to reconsider the date, which is December 7th, scheduled for the general elections. Now, this was because, I mean, the SDAs actually made him understand the fact that the 7th December, which is for them is a Sabbath day, is a Saturday, is actually not going to be favorable to them, because that is their holy day, that's the day of worship, and they will not be able to go and cast their vote. So if something could be done about the date for them, and this was his response to them. This was also in meeting with the clergy yesterday. And on governance system, he said we're running a secular state which is going to satisfy the will of our people, and we're not going to go against the will of our people. That is what we're going to do. Don't forget the secular state here. He says basically he's going to attend to the needs of all. It's not the fact that he is a Muslim does not mean it's going to become a Muslim state when he wins. It's going to be a secular state. He's going to make sure he's catering to the needs of all the religious, the various religious groups we have in the country. And then also on the 2024 manifesto team, he said, at the moment we have different suggestions, but I'm going to wait till the manifesto committee, chaired by Oseche Mensah Bonsu, finishes their work, and then we'll sit down and look at the manifesto and develop a theme that we'll want to put it out. Let everybody be a little patient. We'll come out with a theme. So this is actually with the clergy in response to the theme for his manifesto, because I mean, they mentioned some of the previous themes that he had actually brought out, that had been brought out for some of the campaign, and then they want to know what the theme for his manifesto will be. And then also on the Citizens app, this was something he actually said in meeting with the clergy. He says the Citizens app will be launched. So if you have a criticism or report to make, you have a portal. The citizen will go to the portal and actually make the report. It is a major app which has all of government institutions on it. We'll launch it this year, 2024. So these are some of the key messages that he mentioned as he was addressing the clergy yesterday in the Ashanti region. Now, don't forget, today he's actually met with the Ashanti Regional Farmers and Herbal Medicine Association. He also paid a visit to the Swami magazine, at the magazine project in Swami. He also on a house to house at Asafo traditional town in Subin, and then also he also engaged in a meet and greet at the Labour Runabout to Jubilee Park. We also saw him earlier at the Central Market, and I mean at the just ended Youth Connect Town Hall meeting where he was addressing the youth at Subin. Basically, it's just been a great day, and it's been 3 days that's been allocated to the Ashanti region. Don't forget, this is their major stronghold, so every work that has to be put in here has to be deliberate, has to be dedicated, and key efforts have to be put in here. Also, do not forget that this is the first time that the party is being led by somebody who is not from the region. So all the efforts are channeled at ensuring that they're going to get 80% or more votes come December 7th, 2024. This has been a report. This has been a comprehensive coverage of his campaign tour as he's entered the Ashanti region. Tomorrow is going to be the last day, and we'll definitely bring you coverage from that. But thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, we'll still bringing you updates and key messages and anything that he has to do concerning his campaign tour. This is ABC News Ghana. Do have a wonderful evening. My name is Npp Flagbearer.
What is very interesting, it has been done, and I'll be launching what we call the Citizens App very, very, very soon. The Citizens App, before the end of the year, the Citizens App will be launched, and it is a way of the government communicating with the citizens. So if you have a criticism to make, or you have a report to make, say there's a pothole that has developed on this road and nothing is being done about it, how does the government hear from the citizen? So you have a portal, the citizen will go and make a report on this or that, or suggesting and all of that. So it is a major app which has all of government on it. Every office is on it, and so yeah, be launching sometime this year. It's not long. The main work has actually been completed. So Nyamia Duma in another couple of months, yeah, be launching Citizens App, with the QR codes and everything to allow communication between government and the citizens, so that government can also communicate to the citizens that this is what we want to do, this is what we want you to know, and everybody will get the message. So the Citizens App, Basso live before the end of the year. And in terms, what is very